Our next chord is going to be the E minor chord. Let's start with the main shape. Now, there is an extra E minor shape if I add that pinky or third finger, whatever works for you. I'd rather go with the pinky on the third fret of the high E. So this is an alternative version of an E minor, just with a higher voicing on top. Now, what else do we have? If I go with my third finger on the second fret of the D, I still have the E sus4. Remember, we played that in the E major chord, but it still works in a minor environment too, at least 9 times out of 10, right? So I'm gonna use this, and remember that you can play it as well. What else have we got? We've got a very interesting and rich chord here. This is an E minor add 9. So I'm putting my third finger on the second fret of the high E. Just adding one note, again, makes a lot of difference. And what else can I do? I can also go and play an E minor 7. You might even know this chord already. It's quite featured in some popular songs. So this is my E minor 7. And again, we've got an alternative shape for this. I'm just going to get rid of the pinky. And I've got this as well as an E minor 7. So quite a few shapes here, right? Let's go again and recap. E minor. Alternative version of an E minor. E sus4. E minor add 9. E minor 7, variation 1, and variation 2. Again, E minor 7. Don't worry too much about the names, I'm just mentioning them. If it helps you, learn them. If not, just again, remember the fingerings and mainly the sound that you can associate this with. Sometimes it might remind you of a song, right? So then, yeah, just remember it as this song chord. It's no problem at all. It, in fact, might even help you, use it more. So let's see what we can do with those. Let's take just an easy bar of an E minor, right? And let's do. One option here. What else can I do? sus4. Going down to an E minor, then up to an E minor 7, both ways. Let's try one more variation. There was a couple of bars that was busier, so I went through most of those shapes. Let's do one more. Notice how the fingering might change, it varies on what you're doing and how you're changing from one shape to the other. Sometimes it might just be more convenient to use a different fingering that feels out of place, or, might just be unreasonable sometimes, but it's just working in the circumstances. So that's what I did here. I just stretched out my third finger quite a lot. I wouldn't normally do that, but I felt like I wanted to go there quicker into the progression, right? So these are the shapes. Have a look at them, and we'll apply those to chord progression in the next video. Enjoy.